Good afternoon. This is Sherman Krancer, Senior Partner Channel Development Manager for Microsoft. And today we're going to be talking about how to build your brand in this great networking tool called LinkedIn. It's really fantastic. I use it all the time. First and foremost, we need to understand how to navigate through LinkedIn. So as you've gone up to www.linkedin.com, you'll notice that you have a feed down here in the middle. And in the feed is basically all of the posts that people in your network are actually putting out there. And what are they doing? They're building their brand by showing different articles about what they're interested in, what you might be interested in. So that's the first thing right here. This is where your feed is. Secondly, this is where you share an article, photo, video, or idea, and where you post it. But this is also where you write an article. But before we get into there, we want to just kind of cover over here on the toolbar. You have your home. Always brings you back to this particular page. You can go to My Network, which basically shows all of your connections and who you are, and then any connections that you may want to connect with. There's another function here called Jobs, which basically kind of coincides, what potential jobs you might be looking for if you were to be looking for a job. Next is messaging, and this is where you're going to find a lot of the different messages from potential, your colleagues or coworkers or people that you're talking to. Next will be notifications, and this is how many people looked at your profile. You can kind of turn off, on and off a bunch of different types of notifications. And then you have this little waffle right here, and it basically allows you to take a look at a bunch of different things. Learning with lynda.com, advertise, groups, ProFinder, salary, and SlideShare. And then lastly is the Sales Navigator, which we'll get into in just a few minutes. All right, so let's go back to our home button real quick. And the first thing I want to show you at Building Brand is looking quickly at your profile. So first and foremost, when you're building a brand, you want to make sure that your profile is up to date. First is have a good background picture there. Secondly is your actual picture. Ensure that it's a good one. It isn't something that's next to somebody, a buddy, or your of an action shot of you. It's basically looking for a very professional picture. Secondly, is you want to put your name down here, and I've put Lion next to my name, and a lot of people ask me if that's a special designation. And it's not. It just basically says LinkedIn Open Networker. So I accept invitations from everybody. Next, typically I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that are used for most LinkedIn workers is that when they describe themselves, they usually put their title. Could be like Senior Marketing Manager. Great. Director of Marketing and Sales. Great, but that really doesn't explain what you do. So what I do is I help Microsoft partners build profitable business practices. This is what I do. So that's what I put in there. Then I put in the company, where I went to school, and it basically tells you how many connections. Next is in your profile, very, very important, is to have in your profile a basic bio so that you can send it to people that you're going to be speaking with. Secondly, what your current responsibilities for you. And then lastly, I think you should be putting a lot of media. Media is the next way of doing things. You have to put media in there to show that you're a subject matter expert. As you can see in here, we have lots of media that we've done here at Microsoft, and we are putting that kind of just in there for people to see. Next, it's going to have a little dashboard, and this is going to tell you how many people viewed your profile in the past week. 192 is pretty good. It's not bad. And then it shows some of the articles that you've actually done. Next is you want to make sure you have your experience. As you can see, I can work on this one. This is a new one, but you have there. But in my experience, I also put in the different types of media assets that I've created that I want people to take a look at. So then they're looking at my work experience in the past, and I accidentally tried to go ahead and edit that. But as you can see down here, education, volunteer experience, featured skills, these are what people have endorsed me for. Over here, very important there. Recommendations, it's an excellent idea to get recommendations for you. All right, so let's talk about building our brand. All right, so let's get back over to our home feature right here. And this is what the big start of building your brand. It's really about posting information that you want to have other people take a look at. So right here, we can go ahead and we're going to mention something. So we're going to go ahead and say, please take a look at this awesome video. Okay, period. Well, I don't have the video connection in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the magic of video and actually bring one in from YouTube. All right, so now what we decided to do is we're going to put in here, please take a look at this awesome video regarding Azure Test Dev Scenarios. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in, and when the link comes in, it's actually going to pull it and it's hosted over at YouTube. So we'll go ahead and post it. Okay, that's your number one thing you're going to be doing to share an article. So now we can also share this individually to different types of groups or to different people. We're going to go ahead and put public and Twitter, so I can go ahead and use that, and then we'll go ahead and push post again, and it will send out, and that's number one on building a brand. Secondly, the next thing we can do is we can also write an article, and this is what's really important, is writing an article can really help build your brand significantly. So what we'll do is in the headline we'll say Azure Test Dev Scenarios. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add a picture to the background, and we'll go ahead and put the Microsoft logo in there, and then we're going to put here an actual description. Watch this video to see the latest test dev scenarios and what you could do with Microsoft Azure, period. All right, so we'll take that and we'll also put the link back in there, so we already have it copied. We'll go ahead and push exit, and then we'll go ahead and scroll down, and as you can see, it is there. So what we're going to go and do on top right hand corner, we're going to push publish. Now you're almost done. We'll just make sure it's available to everyone out there, and whammo. So we have now posted 2 different articles, and we suggest that you do, if you are trying to build your brand, is posting every single day. Post in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, or once a day or once a week, but keep it consistent. Keep yourself doing that. Thanks so much for checking this out, and we'll be talking about Sales Navigator next. Have a good day. Bye-bye.